Well then, there was some major drama at the weekend in the Formula 1. Valtteri Bottas hit a squirrel. Yeah, very sad. There was this other bit of drama that people have been talking about just a little bit. Hamilton, Verstappen kind of collided. Not as important as the squirrel story, but a lot of people are talking about this one, so that's what we're going to talk about today. So the question on everyone's lips is whether Hamilton left Max Verstappen enough space. So to find the answer to that, I'm going to consult the only place that I know, and that is F1 2021 multiplayer lobbies. So let's see if online drivers give more or less space than Lewis Hamilton. So of course, Monza is our track of choice, and the less said about the guy behind me on the grid, the better. So we're now going to run towards turn 1 here, and we're just going to evaluate how much space people leave. So down my inside goes. Oh no, actually, I'm not going to say that. I've lost a position. Let's put it that way. Into turn 1 then, and what's the situation here? Oh well, there's a barge down the inside there, but look at that. Look at the respect that's being given to involved in it by the AlphaTauri there. Look at how much space he's being allowed, and you've got to say, on this evidence, F1 2021 drivers online leave more space than Lewis Hamilton. Look, the evidence is there. You can argue in the comments all you like. The evidence is there. Now, obviously, one swallow does not make a summer, and I'm going to have to be a bit more thorough with my investigations if we're going to claim that F1 2020 online racers leave more space than Lewis Hamilton. But so far, you have to say the evidence is to that degree. So into the second chicane we go, and let's see what's going on here now. So, 3 abreast there, but, space is being given. 2 side by side into the first Lesmo, and once again, space has been allowed. So we've got a car. No, okay, space hasn't been allowed there, admittedly. He's gone on a one-way trip. Oh, and again, no. See, there's 2 bits of evidence there that we're not going to look at because they do somewhat contradict the scientific research that's going on here. 2 cars left, a minuscule amount of room, and the barriers were duly found. Ascari, the less said about my attempts through Ascari, the better. So now we're going to go down towards turn 1 again, and we are actually side by side with someone here, so this is going to be interesting research. The question is, oh my heaven forbid, this could well be 3 abreast into turn 1. It'll be interesting to see. No space has been given. None at all, right? No, drivers don't give anywhere near enough space. How can that possibly be a 2-second time penalty when I was in no control of the car as we went through the chicane? No, I'm sorry, but in this race, the drivers will just ruin your race. So I'm afraid so far it is 1-0 to Lewis Hamilton in terms of who leaves the most space. We're going to do a best of 3 on this one. The AlphaTauri there did well on the first corner, but the evidence after that, I have to say, very much in favour of Lewis Hamilton leaves more space. So in we go to a second race. We're going to go away from Monza now, just to mix things up a bit. So we're in Portugal for this one. Slightly better grid slot, so this could be interesting into turn 1. How much space is going to be left? A reasonable amount so far. Not for the Ferrari, and not for me either, as it turned out. I got maybe 50 yards down the road before I was clouted. And you have to say I wasn't given much space there. Let's take a look at the replay. I'm just happily going about my business. And there I'm clouted. Yeah, someone... That's poor. That's poor driving from someone. On with the race now, though. And, my tyres are at 8,000 degrees. So this is going to be painful. A few laps later, and I have actually found someone here. So we can do some proper side-by-side racing and test this theory out. So, you have got to be kidding me. He's spun out. Well, as that's all the evidence we have to go off, I'm afraid Hamilton takes an unassailable 2-0 lead when it comes to who leaves the most space between him and F1 2021 drivers online. But we will go into the final race just to be sure, just to see if the F1 2021 online drivers can claw back any dignity for how much space they give their fellow drivers. So in we go to turn 1 here. And I've gone pretty wide there, so I'd have been doing pretty well if someone had taken me out. I've not really left the McLaren a lot of space there, but we're all still going in a straightforward direction. Again, the Alpine car there was pushed off to the side. The Mercedes has smashed me off to the side, and I got an illegal overtake for it somehow. You know, not much space being given here, not much respect is being shown between the drivers. However, we are still driving in a straightforward direction, and that cannot be said for me anymore, because I've just absolutely sliced them. How is that a 2-second time penalty? I lost control of the car and slid across the grass.